What was the most, like the biggest result out of this course right now? I know that you've had some really good results. What was for your personal income or business? What was the main result that you achieved?
So for me, the main result, when I really look back and think, before I started versus now, my income was actually, it was never steady, like it was always fluctuating. So it would be a little bit of a high, then down, 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 high, down, down. So it was all that sort of thing. And looking back now, what I have seen is that my income has actually tripled. Now, I do have a way to go. This is the beginning, but it really has, from where I started, it has tripled, and I know it's going to get better, but also it's actually remained steady, so very predictable.
Hey everyone, we're back with the Six Figure Circle students, and I'm so excited to introduce you to Maria today. Maria, how are you doing?
Very well, thank you, Marsha. How are you?
Excellent. I'm so excited to have you here and ask you a few questions. You've had incredible success over the last year or so that you've been a part of our program, so I'm excited to hear from you. But before we start and go and talk about that, can you tell us a little bit about, how long have you actually been doing this business seriously, and, why are you actually doing it?
Okay, so I've actually been around network marketing now for, goodness, it's been probably just over 15 years. I started using the products, and I've been sort of dabbling here and there over the years, but I can't really say I really, took it that seriously, although it was a little bit on, a little bit off. And I'd really think probably over the last few years, probably about the last 3 to 5 years, when I'd really decided I really wanted to change and move on from my corporate role, I'd really started to be a little bit more serious.
Yeah, awesome. And what's the big reason that you started this business?
Well, I actually really, in my mind, once upon a time, I really thought that corporate was the way to go. So I was really busy climbing those, senior ranks and so on. And then I really realised, I think it's a bit like having the ladder on the wrong wall. So I really wanted to make a difference to myself, my future, and to other people's lives. And I really believe that this industry is the way to do that.
Yeah, fantastic. That's so awesome. So let's take you back just before you joined the Six Figure Circle program. And obviously, you're in a great company, you've had some success, you have built great skills. But how are you feeling in general about your business? Like, what was happening at that
time? So I guess at that time I was really, I was actually really in a state of confusion, overwhelm. I didn't really have a way forward. Like I was looking, I was doing a program over here, I was doing something over there, I was up on the internet looking, for a way forward, and I was part of a Facebook group community, a paid one, and nothing really came together. So it was almost a bit like I was going around and round in a circle, and that definition, or they say that saying, what's the definition of insanity? You keep, doing the same thing and expect to get a different result. So I really wanted to take responsibility for where I was going with my business, because I really had decided this is the way forward, but I just didn't really know how. And hence, being in that position of overwhelm and, anxiety and frustration.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, I think a lot of us, the lack of results is always the lack of clarity, right? So it's almost like when you know what to do, it's easier to get it done. That's really amazing. Yeah, that's awesome. And also over the last year, you've been a part of the program, and you're one of the best students we've ever had. The most teachable and, really awesome. What do you think is like the most valuable breakthrough in your mind that you had? Like, what was that big aha moment that you really felt, oh, I'm starting to get it. Here's why I didn't have as many results before?
I think it's really, I got clarity on having a system and to follow the system, the right system, and basically not to get sidetracked with left or right, and just really have my blinkers on, and just know that do the steps, the right steps at the right time, like in the right order. And I think having that support behind me really gave me the confidence to just move forward, and the security to know, yes, I'm on the right track, just keep going. That was really my breakthrough, that I know that I can do this. I've got the right tools. I've got everything around me. Everything is in place. I just need to follow, do what you tell me to do. It's almost like I felt, even though you're not doing this for us, but like you're doing it, like you're really holding like my hand is being held and you're walking along with me. So, I take a step and you take a step, yourself collectively with all the coaches and so on. So that's what really I felt was, yes, keep moving.
Wow, that's amazing. That is awesome. So what was the biggest result out of this course right now? I know that you've had some really good results. What was, for your personal income or business, what was the main result that you achieved?
So for me, the main result, when I really look back and think, before I started versus now, my income was actually, it was never steady, it was always fluctuating. So it would be a little bit of a high, then down, 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 high, down, down. So it was all that sort of thing. And looking back now, what I have seen is that my income has actually tripled. Now, I do have a way to go. This is the beginning, but it really has, from where I started, it has tripled, and I know it's going to get better, but also it's actually remained steady, so very predictable.
Wow, yeah. And how does that make you feel? Knowing that you have a consistent business now that is, literally doubling and tripling, how does that make you feel as a leader?
It really gives me a lot of confidence to lead myself, knowing that I'm doing the right things, and really, even more importantly, is to also have the confidence to lead my team in the right way, my existing team and the people that are coming, knowing that I've got people, they're spending their time, but I'm moving them along in the right direction, and that's what it's given me, knowing I've got real confidence that I'm on the right track, and I know where I'm going, and I'm confident that I'm leading my people in the right direction as well.
Yeah, that's super awesome. That's massive. And there's so many components of the program. Like, we give you so much stuff, right? The recorded material, and of course you make your system, your platform, and all these other stuff. So what do you think has been the most useful or the most rewarding, part of the program that you've benefited from the most?
It's really hard to pick one because there's just so much, but I think really it goes without saying, having the platform, the individual platform, something that we all share, myself and my team, has been really key. But alongside that, I think it's really been just a couple of things. One has been the calls, the Zoom calls, the twice weekly Zoom calls. They've been invaluable because, being in that community of people, asking questions, talking about challenges, hearing what other people are doing, and, the amount of time that yourself and Miguel spend, there's no rush. It's just going through and answering all those questions. That's been invaluable in terms of giving me the confidence and the clarity, coupled with, I really have to say, having that direct line to yourselves and to our coaches, that accountability and our accountability coaches. So it's a bit of a package.
Wow, that's incredible. Yeah. I've always felt, that when I had to learn something new or I wanted to go faster in business, having that access to somebody who's been there, right, has always just made me more confident, because I knew I could at least tap into them, the day that I don't feel good or whatever. So that's interesting. That's really, really awesome. And so the way forward, Maria, I know you have lots of plans, lots of dreams. Now that you feel confident, you know how to do stuff. We were just talking about this earlier, right? And what does the future look like? What do you see for yourself and your business now?
I see a lot of success coming for myself, for my family, for my team. I see us making a difference, a positive difference, in our own lives. And don't get me wrong, a lot of us, we're doing well, my team and so on, but really going to next levels, just stepping up, stepping out, and really making, a positive difference to our lives and people's lives, going to next levels.
That is awesome. So awesome to hear that. Now, if there's anything you want to leave the audience with, if there's something you want to share with them that was the key to your success so far, what do you think that you did so right? What do you think that made a difference so that you could triple your income?
I really think it was putting aside whatever my thinking was, and just really listening and paying attention and just doing what the system and what you told us to do, and just doing it, and just staying confident in knowing that was the way forward and not diverting left or right.
Wow, that is definitely your superpower, is being the best student and just going and implementing what you learn. That is fantastic, Maria. Well, nothing else. I'm super excited to be able to talk to you, and thank you so much for taking the time, Maria, and really awesome for everyone to hear your story as well.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Marsha. Thank you, Miguel. And thank you to all the team as well. It's been, it's an amazing journey, and I know it's even going to get better.
That is super awesome. Thanks so far.
Thank you. Bye.